we're gonna start. I saw this in my feed, and I went, oh, we should watch this. Ah! Jump scare. You been jump scare? There we go. So yeah, I saw this, apparently Frogen is, something's happening with Frogen, and I am intrigued. I want to know. So, well, David, this is Frogan. She's part of Hasan's group. Okay, chat, just hold in your urging. Okay, try to control the gag reflex, because I think I think this may be a find out situation. Okay, this may be a find out situation. So let's take a look.
Okay, we gotta talk about the Frogan situation. Basically, if you didn't know, Frogan is a failed political streamer. She gets absolutely no viewers and has to pretty much beg for donations on stream.
Did that work? Did the bonk actually work? I didn't notice. Fuck. Ugh. Okay, hang on. Shit. Why didn't it work? Oh no. Hang on. I'm gonna test it. I will test it. I will test it so you do not have to. There we go. Now it's working. Okay. Now it's working. Alright. We will start this over. Because it deserves it.
If you didn't know, Frogan is a failed political streamer.
I like
she
the
gets
fact they said
absolutely
failed.
no viewers and has to pretty much beg for donations on stream to pay her rent. Now, this is despite constantly being promoted by Twitch and other big streamers like Hasan and being offered Rising Star Awards for multiple years. Somehow, she still has no career and is completely broke. And the only reason anybody talks about her is because the stuff she says is so outrageous that everybody just wonders why she hasn't been permabanned and potentially deported. Now recently,
yes, we've said this. Like, the shit that she has said on stream, holy fuck, why is she not called a ban? Because she's within Hasan's circle. That's what, like, basically Hasan has been gassing her up with Twitch. That's why she got the whole Rising Star thing for Twitch. Is probably because Hasan called up the chain and said, hey, she deserves to get the Rising Star thing because she ascribes to the same ideology that I do. Like, I'm curious, like, I'm actually kind of curious, how big is her community on her streams these days? Oh, Shows, I do not doubt he's protecting her. I don't doubt it for a second. Not for 1 second. It's that kind of get Colonel, you know what kind of that kind of gas can lead to. It's oh, Alistair, don't tease me. Don't tease me like that, gamer. It's only. Yeah, it's like, that's the one thing I hear about. She's always, like, begging for rent money on her streams. All the fucking time. She's constantly just begging for rent money. Last time you looked, she's about the same size as me? Okay. Think about this for a second, chat. The last time we checked, I can't even remember the last time we checked on the size of her community. Think about this for a second. The last time we checked on her, in terms of her stream size, her community size, it's about the same level as mine. If one of you guys want to pop over and, God bless you if you do, if you want to pop over and see where she, where she's at in terms of, like, her viewerships or whatnot. Think about this for a second. She's got about the same level of viewership that I do. Chat, how many times have I begged you guys for money because I can't pay rent? How often have I done that? with you guys. At once, huh? How often have I begged you guys for money? How often have I said, guys, I really need money. I'm in such a terrible state. Yeah. And we have the same viewership. We have basically the same viewership. And she is constantly begging for money. Begs the fucking question. Okay, Victor, I don't mean followers. Followers is all well and good. What counts is viewers. That's what counts, is viewers, not followers. Because just like me, she could be getting bot viewers too. Yeah, and so, like, all the time, she is begging for money. And yet she still decides, and she does so in a way because not a way. She basically spews hatred every fucking stream and then says, oh yeah, by the way, give me money. Explain it to me, Frogan. Where's your logic in this? Well, I'd call her something else for Hasan, Alistair, but I won't. Yet.
We've seen a clip going around of her crying, melting down on stream, and essentially just playing victim after getting backlash for the things she says. You know, stuff like she hopes that all American veterans get PTSD.
U.S. military?
Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. Looks good on her, doesn't it, chat? Looks damn good on her.
Boo fucking who? I hope you get PTSD.
So yeah, we're just gonna go over some of her clips and then look at Hasan's White Knight response somehow defending her. And then we'll look at a bunch of clips where Hasan just calls XQC racist for even criticizing Frogan for anything. So it all starts with this tweet here. Frogan cries on stream and ponders if karma is real. Says that she's okay with losing her career over Ethan's bullshit because she stayed true to her morals. Over here, she's talking about the response to Idubbbz' content cop. Basically, Frogan was featured in that video, and clearly some of the hate is going towards her as well because that video is horrible. Karma will make its way. Hard to believe. I've been consistently against the war, uplifted the Palestinian people. Right off the bat.
No. Fucking wow. I have consistently been against the war. I'm sorry, what? You actively want soldiers to get PTSD. You advocate for terrorism. You celebrated the fucking 9/11 attacks. What in the fuck are you talking about? I've been consistently against the war. No, bitch. You want them to win. You want them to eradicate an entire people. Do not fuck with it. No, Zeb, I appreciate the American soldiers thing. I appreciate that she was referring to American soldiers. Fully appreciate that. But in the war in Gaza, she has advocated for the genocide of an entire people. Do not fucking try and pull the shit that you are consistently against the war.
No, we're not doing that. No.
Exactly. Yeah, you uplifting the Palestine people. Your cousin was a fucking terrorist and you lauded him as a hero, you dumb bitch. Wait, was it her cousin or her brother? I don't know, some family relation. No, GBP, that was the anti-Semite Denims that was referring to Ethan's wife as a child killer. That was Denims, not, now, Frogan may have said that. I haven't seen a clip of Frogan saying that, but she very well could have. I don't have any doubt that she did, honestly. Yeah, Zeb, it was either her, I can't remember if it was her brother or her cousin. I honestly can't remember which relation he was. He was a Hamas terrorist. I think it was either Hamas or Houthi. I forget which, because can't keep them all straight. But yeah, her brother, her family over in Gaza, it was like a terrorist. And I can't remember if he's actually done harm to someone or if his actions resulted in him no longer being on this planet. I don't know. According to her, yeah, okay, so he did die. Yeah, so but in if I'm not mistaken, he died in service of that terrorist organization. No, she's constantly against the war. And she's about uplifting the people of this region. Sure. Okay. Yeah, karma's a bitch, sweetheart.
People. Right off the bat, she's not against anything. She's a disgusting person who takes advantage of an ongoing war to get donations and stuff her face.
And to be quite honest, it's very hard to look at, karma will make its way. To me, it's very hard to look at it that way. I wish I had that point of view. You know what I mean? Because, you see the shittiest fucking people at the top. I don't know if I believe in karma.
Do you mean like the guy whose dick you're sucking for clout, Hasan? Because he's kinda at the top. He's Twitch's golden boy. The guy whose cock you're gobbling on to try and be relevant is one of the guys at the top, you dummy. Is that the guy? Is that the guy at the top that you're so upset about? The one, who is basically responsible for you having a streaming quote-unquote career? Yeah? Oh, did it? Oh, fuck. Okay, I fixed it, Durahan. I fixed it. The Tangia stuff, I fixed the dimensions. I screwed up the dimensions earlier today. It is fixed. Don't worry, Tangia is fixed.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, if I had to lose my career over this bullshit, at least I can say I was consistent in my views.
Okay, first off, what career? You have no career. You're a pathetic broke loser who sits in your room cosplaying Jabba the Hutt from Star Wars. Literally eating pizzas and burgers all day, stuffing your face, begging for donations to pay your rent. You say you care about the war, but then when a big streamer like Ludwig raises awareness for the issue and donates $10,000 to the Palestinians, you tell him it's chump change and you tell him to keep his money. So you...
I remember this. I think we saw this. Yeah, Ludwig actually did a donation, and I think it was hospitals, or it was like a donation for children over in Palestine. And yeah, she fucking basically told him it's not good enough, you cracker ass cracker, is what she said. Is what basically, effectively what she said to him. Like, he donates $10,000 and she goes, it ain't good enough, and called him a cracker. Like, you stupid cunt. How much have you donated to the Palestinian children that you are claiming to advocate for? Huh? Or is all of your money going into stuffing your fucking gob? Yo, yeah, Jet, I believe it was from his own pocket. Absolutely, I do. No, she doesn't, Pink. She's basically using what is happening over in Palestine as a platform for her to pontificate and to and scream and basically jump on the bandwagon of talking about what is happening over there to get clicks. She saw how well it worked for Hasan and said, oh, cool, I can do that. And she contacted Hasan and said, hey, I'll suck your dick if you let me, be a political streamer like you, and here we go. I don't fucking know. But obviously, she's full of shit. Nobody fucking believes her. Well, yeah, she was his mom. Oh yeah, see, she was his mod, so she was like, I can get on this too. I'm gonna start my own stream. Ain't working out so fucking good for you, is it? Is it, sweetheart? No. Because you know what? If all you do is spew hate and vitriol every fucking stream or promote fucking terrorism, that's not going to bring people in. I talk about heavy shit in my stream. I do. Because that is a part of life. It's not all that I make my stream to be. That's not the majority of my fucking content. This is not a hard calculus. Now, if you're a racist piece of shit like Frogan, maybe it is. Maybe that's the only thing she knows how to do. In which case, she ain't got long for the streaming world. Gotta say. And if she ends up having to go away because she can't make enough money to pay her bills because she's a lazy cunt, I'll be happy to watch the door slap her on the ass on the way out. Granted, that gargantuan piece of jiggly jello will probably break the fucking door, but it'll still be amusing to see.
Actively block donations to the Palestinians, and you have the audacity to say that you're against this war. Also, you better pray to God karma isn't real, because you would be burning in hell for eternity. And we'll get to your boyfriend Hasan as well.
And I have been consistently against genocide, and it consistently uplifted the Palestinian people.
You wanted to bake a cake celebrating 9/11, you stupid cunt. Do not even fucking try and say, oh, I've been against genocide. Fuck you, you lying piece of shit. Your own words prove you are a goddamn liar. Okay? And they're not crocodile tears. They're real tears because she hasn't been able to take off like Hasan. And she can't just live her dream on Easy Street, bitching and moaning about shit she doesn't even know, and just attacking people while receiving accolades from everybody. She's crying because she can't make it like Hasan. That's why she's crying.
Others can't say that, but I can.
Wait, what?
Simp for Frogan.
And I feel like such a bitch for crying, but it's just like you sit and reflect, and it's just like, what the fuck, dude?
You know why nobody gives a shit, Frogan? You're crying about yourself like, oh, I'm not making millions of dollars by insulting an entire nation and advocating for genocide. That's why you're crying. And everybody's seen right through it. Nobody buys a word of it, sweetheart.
There are some days I just sit and I'm just like, I'm just like, I'm like, what did I do
have
to
no
deserve
idea where
this?
she's at currently, Rondo.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so I'm not sure what exactly is happening here, like
No,
why
that
she's
was
actually
the-
crying.
that simp thing was the guy who made the video popped that on screen, like saying like, oh, I'm crying, simp for me. It was a joke. It was a joke that the guy who made the video did.
I think she just got a bunch of messages.
You think so? Let me hear again.
I'm like, what did I do to deserve this? You know what I mean?
Okay, so I'm not sure what exactly
Okay,
is
yeah, she
happening
did.
here, like why she's actually crying. I think she just got a bunch of messages telling her that she's a horrible human being after like the content cop video. And I mean, can you really blame them?
Sucks
Let's
to
just do
suck.
a quick recap of what Frogan has said, and then you guys can tell me, does she actually deserve this? Twitch streamer Frogan proclaims that she hopes all American soldiers die or get PTSD.
I
Uh-huh.
have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. I
Oh,
will
she's a
never have
disgusting
any
human
pity
being.
for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military, boo fucking who. I hope you get PTSD. But like any other motherfucker, you're joining them. You're like, oh my god, I want my Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD.
That's not what soldiers do. You stupid fucking cunt. Those soldiers, oh fuck, I'm gonna be repeating myself. I don't fucking care. I'm gonna say it every fucking time. Frogan, you stupid bitch. Those soldiers you're hoping get PTSD are the reason why you can slap your gums like this and actually wish harm upon these people. They're the very fucking reason you're able to do this. I don't need to say more than that. I do not need to say more than that. She's literally in... This is someone who does not appreciate the freedoms of the country that she lives in. This is someone who is actively chosen not to evaluate history, to look at the history of the country she resides in and understand, oh, the reason why I'm able to spout off like a fucking crackhead is because of the soldiers that have given their lives and given up their mental health to ensure that this country allows its citizens the freedom to spew this ungodly bullshit. But she doesn't fucking care because she's a selfish cunt. So she doesn't care. And so, of course, fuck the soldiers, right? Fuck them, they're useless. I mean, if she hates U.S. soldiers so much, if she fucking hates the U.S. so much, what the fuck's she still doing here? She hates America. She's made it clear she hates America. She hates the people that defend America. What the fuck is she still doing in America? Honey, go back to Palestine that you want to uplift so much. Go, hop on a plane, fly over there and stream over there. I'm sure they have internet. I'm sure they won't stone you to death for speaking your mind. No, great. Go right the fuck ahead.
And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into America. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into America. And they posted it in my head. I'm like, based? Based?
He keeps using this word. I do not think she understands what she thinks it means. Dumb fuck. Fucking fat-ass troglodyte. You would know based if it smacked you in the face. Including the base of Hasan's cock. What? Oh, it
Reminds
works.
me of an Avenged Sevenfold song lyrics, critical acclaim. So how does it feel to know that someone's kid in the heart of America has blood on their hands fighting to defend your rights so you can maintain the lifestyle that insults his family's existence?
Yeah. So now, Xanax, she's not slow. She's deliberately obtuse and stupid. This is deliberate. She's trying to get hate clicks. She's trying to get hate clicks. She's trying to cultivate a community of hate. That is what she is doing. This is deliberate. She thinks that by cultivating a community of hate, she's basically monetizing the conflict in Gaza. That is what she's doing. She is fucking monetizing the Gaza conflict. And she's starting to realize, oh, this isn't a good idea. Because I'm actually not making money by fostering hate. Oops.
Like, am I supposed to be like, I'm not walking back on it. I still fucking agree with it. Base?
Yeah, what a wonderful person, honestly. Just no hate in our heart at all. I feel like this is the peak of privilege, you know? Sitting in your comfy, safe room while other people literally die fighting to protect you, and you wish them PTSD. You wish that they just die. You wish they are denied health insurance. What an ungrateful wretch, honestly. Not to mention, she actually doubled down. In the clip we saw, that was a separate...
Frogan is a bad machine and cannot be fixed. She should be sent to the scrap heap with the rest of the useless junk.
It's just take her streaming equipment away. She is a non-mobile, for multiple reasons, version of Johnny. And I guarantee you, you take her stream away, she's nothing. Her stream is all she's got. That's the funny part. This stream is her identity. If you took this away, she would probably fall into a fucking depression. Because this is all she's got. She has made this stream her total identity.
Separate clip where she saw the previous clip. She saw.
Oh, fuck. I just saw something. Look at her. Okay, and look at the kind of chat that she's fostering. Do you guys see what I see? Her chat. She is fostering a fucking disgusting ass chat. Not that one, Alistair. Not that one. This one. This fucking piece of human excrement is claiming that soldiers all give their PTSD back to their wife and kids. That is the kind of community that this thing is cultivating. That is the community that she cultivates. Because chat, I will tell you flat out, if any of you said something like this in my chat, I would kick your ass out of my chat so fast your head would spin. Not that you would. I'm not saying that any of you guys would, because you don't. I'm just saying. But this is the kind of people that she's cultivated. Fucking disgusting.
Where she saw the previous clip, she saw what she said, she replayed it, and she said based, the meaning like I stand by it, right? And she doesn't take it back. She actually means it. So you can't say that, oh, it was just a slip up or anything like that. She had a chance to correct the record as well, but she continues choosing to be a vile person.
No, she
and then she has the audacity to say, like, what did I do to deserve this?
If we get to this goal by 9/11,
Here we go. Here we go.
Capri, Raph, and I will make the Twin Towers out of a stacked cake.
Why do people hate me, guys? I want to recreate.
Okay. I'm going to clarify this because it's not simply just making the Twin Towers. That was not what she was going to do. She was not simply going to make a Twin Towers out of cake. She was going to make the Twin Towers with an aeroplane flying into it and exploding. That is the cake that she was going to be making. Translation, she was going to be celebrating the terrorists of 9/11. That's what she was going to be doing. And thank you, Jericho.
9/11 with a birthday cake, but why do people hate me, guys? I guess this is a pretty expected take from Hasan's former head moderator, right? Hasan being the guy that literally said...
And by the way, that was if she made 6,200... She wanted $6,250 in donations to do that. That's what she was asking people. She was asking her chat to donate $6,250 for her to do that cake. And her chat community is about the same size as mine. And while you guys are fucking amazing, hands down, best fucking chat on Twitch, does she really think that she's got like fucking millionaires in her chat that can donate that level of money? Yeah, and thank fucking God she didn't reach it. I don't even know where she reached. I don't even think she reached any of the stuff on this list. Duran, I kind of wonder too. I don't think she made anything on this list. Realistically, I don't.
The Twin Towers.
To recreate 9/11 with a birthday cake, but why do people hate me, guys? I guess this is a pretty expected take from Hasan's former head moderator, right? Hasan being the guy that literally said America deserved 9/11.
America deserved 9/11, dude. I'm saying it.
So this is just on brand for these literal goblins here, right? It's like a master and his Padawan, Hasan and Frogan, and he's been like training this little demon here. So
It's more like an owner and his pet. Let's not fuck with it. This is not Master of Padawan. She is his little fucking pet. Okay? That is what Frogan is to Hasan. Hasan doesn't give a fuck about her. She is a pet to him. He doesn't fucking care. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. Let's get fucking real. Like, and it's honestly, it's fucking hilarious that she thinks that he gives a shit about her. That's actually fucking funny. He gasses her up with Twitch because it makes him look good, like he's helping out a small streamer. But he doesn't even give a fuck. They are toys. They are tools. They are props for him. Oh no, Shadow, no. She does not get the dignity of a collar and chain. That goes for true. Never mind. I'm not going to finish that statement.
sorry, I mean, little is just not the right word there. Anything but little. But I think this guy put it best. Uplifted. You just yap at a freaking mic all day. She's done absolutely nothing but endlessly annoy people and grandstand over oppression against other people across the globe, just like our master Hasan. F these LARPers, and this content era needs to end now. This is exactly what they're doing. They're using the war as content to get more donations for their stream. They don't give a single...
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. However, I am going to say this about that. Like, using the war as content, they are. With Hasan, Hasan was streaming before the war ever happened. Okay? He was streaming before the war ever happened. The war began, and he folded that content into his stream. And so he's making the stream partially, at minimum, partially about this war. Frogan jumped in, I think, probably when the war began, is my guess, because I know she hasn't been streaming all that long. And I don't actually have, in the grand scheme of things, using the war as content is not terrible. Because people have used big, bombastic world events as content for years. Okay, it has been, this has been true for many years for people that, for streamers that are gaming, that are like yapping streamers like me. They will use major events like this as content for use. So I don't necessarily have a problem with that. But the fact is, she's jumping on this fucking bandwagon, and she's doing it with a level of vitriol that overrides that forgiveness one might have for using the war as content. That's the big difference, is the way in which she is doing the content. Like, if she was to talk about it, and to have a level-headed, maybe emotional when bad things happen, like if something's happening with with young children, and you get sad about that, and you get emotional about that. Like I'm that. But when all you do is spew out vitriol and hate, and you wish harm upon people fucking constantly, no. That's where it's like, okay, you're fucking done.
Single shit about the cause. Anyways, after seeing Frogan cry on stream, Hasan had to step in like a white knight, and basically instead of addressing any points anyone made, he just calls everybody racist for criticizing her.
The reaction to Frogan by everyone, including XQC, is so fucking gross, dude. Straight up.
Don't cry about it,
That's
bitch.
all it is. Everybody acts like Frogan is...
Crimson, if you're talking about Hasan, there was nothing failed about that. When Hasan threatened an elected official, there was actually nothing failed about it. It was fucking open. That is why he actually caught a 24-hour ban. Because it was not veiled in any way. Now, granted, it was a 24-hour ban only, which is exactly what we knew would happen. But because he openly called for a sitting congressperson to be ended, it was out of Twitch's hands. Because if Twitch did not take action, I guarantee you, all of Congress would be coming down on top of Twitch's fucking head. So they had to take action because he was so open in with that, calling for the death of a sitting congressperson. But it was a 24-hour ban. So Twitch could say, see, look, we punished him. And a VTuber shows her hips and gets banned for at least a week. Just as a reminder.
Here's my stance on the Israel-Palestine conflict that these fucking dumbass activist streamers don't fucking understand.
We're not gonna talk about that. We're not here to discuss the conflict. We're here to discuss how Frogan is an absolute piece of shit and has actually wished harm upon people and is now crying because that has caused backlash against her. The conflict itself, I'm not even going to discuss for the very simple reason that I am not informed of. And Victor, I fully appreciate that. I keep the conflict itself, the natures of the conflict itself, I keep it off stream. For the very simple reason of I don't have good knowledge of it. And because I don't have good knowledge of it, I don't wish to commentate on the overall conflict. Because I don't have good knowledge on it. And so that's why I want to stay away from that kind of thing. If I was educated on it and I was knowledgeable about it, I might be inclined to talk about it. But because I am not well knowledgeable about it, I don't understand the history of it in depth and in detail, it's not my place to discuss who's in the right, who's in the wrong, etc., etc. It's not my place to do it, so I'm not going to do it.
Everybody acts like Frogan is the fucking Antichrist, okay?
No, that's you,
and
Hasan.
It's so transparent what these fucking losers are doing. Like,
Is
you
he about
can
to say
have
what I think he
disagreements
says?
with Frogan if you want, but god damn, everyone is immediately, like, their reaction is so visceral. It's so goddamn visceral. Like, give me a fucking break, dude. This shit is so fucking normalized.
No, dude, you have said 1,000 times worse than what people have said to Frogan. They're calling Frogan out on her bullshit. They're calling her out on some absolutely heinous shit that she has said, i.e. wishing harm upon people that have defended their country to maintain the freedom for her to say that fucking shit. And please, stop pretending like you fucking care. You don't care. Everyone knows this. Everyone is seeing through this little fucking act. I'm going to pretend like I actually care, like I actually give a fuck about that fat piece of shit. And I'm going to offer a little bit of defense so my fans think, oh, I'm such a wonderful person. I'm sticking up for a small streamer who's been supportive of me. That's exactly what this is. It's an act. It's all an act. He doesn't fucking care. She is just a little toy for him to play with. And that's it.
Like, Asmongold, XQC, I saw some of them
Here we
go
go.
fucking viral too. It's like, yeah, bro, she's hijabi. I know.
Hasan has got to be the top 10 stupidest people on the planet, I gotta say. I mean, what does a hijab have anything to do with this? Like, of course Hasan would make...
What it has to do with it is that he's trying to insinuate racism. That's why he brought up her wearing a hijab. He's trying to imply racism. He's trying to remove the fact that she is wishing mental harm and physical harm on soldiers by hoping they get PTSD and they do not get health care. He's trying to deflect from that by saying anybody who criticizes her is a racist because she wears a hijab. That's what he's trying to do. It's literally as simple as that. He's doing what these people like him do, is try to inject racism into something where there is none to try and deflect from the criticisms, the absolute legit criticisms that are being lofted at the person who royally fucked up. That's what exactly he's doing. He is trying to, it is a bare bones, blatantly obvious deflection tactic, and no one's buying it. Absolutely no one buys it.
Make it some sort of a race thing, a racist issue, or a religious thing. Like, when people are mad at her for being a vile, disgusting human being, wishing PTSD on veterans, why would you make it into a race thing? Unless, of course, you couldn't defend anything that she said. And the reason I know it's nothing to do with race is that people say the same shit to you when you say some absolutely unhinged take as well. You are equally as disgusting as her, and you ain't wearing a hijab or anything like that. So it's like, what excuse do you have when people criticize you? Are they racist too? This is just a classic Hasan Piker tactic where you just make false equivalents.
Okay, quick question. Because I legitimately don't know. What ethnicity is Hasan? Is he white? Does he have Middle Eastern descent? Like, I honestly have no idea. Given, with the name of Hasan, okay, so he's Turkish. So I could absolutely see him throwing in a racist thing. Because here's the thing. He doesn't have to wear a formal garb like Frogan does in the Muslim faith. That's the thing about the Muslim faith. The men can wear whenever the fuck they please. The women has to wear the hijab. So I could see him absolutely going a racist route if he chooses. That's right. Yeah, he's from the Young Turk. His dad was the Young Turks. That's right. Okay.
When you can't actually fight on logic.
And don't even fucking for a moment act like that does not
I do not know,
contribute to
Zeb.
this. They will say, "Oh, it's because we hate her opinions." Like, no, you reacted that way specifically for a very specific purpose, bro.
Say it.
I hate this.
Say
I hate
it.
this shit so much.
He can't say it. He can't fucking say it. Because if he did, he would get fucking buried. You could hear, he's right on the edge of he wants to say that people are criticizing Frogan because they're racist. You can hear it. He wants to say it so bad, but if he knows he says it, everybody is going to... No, Cat doesn't got his tongue. He's biting his tongue. He's too scared to actually make the accusation because, number one, it's false. Number one, it's a blatantly false accusation. And if he makes it, people are going to basically dogpile the fuck out of him if he does. They will absolutely dogpile on him and say, "No, you dumb fucking cock-gobbling thunder cock." They hate her because she's actively wishing soldiers that protect hers and your freedom to get PTSD and not get health insurance, you asshat. Because Zeb, in this case, it's soldiers. And right now, in the US, I think that there is a big push to defend soldiers that is growing. And so if he tries to pivot and say that people criticizing her are racist when she insulted soldiers and has wished harm upon soldiers, I think that would be a trigger point. And that people would go, "Fuck you." And they would just go, I think they might actually lose their shit in that case. But he's not outright saying it's that. And as stupid as this may sound, and it is stupid, because we know that he's saying without saying that he's making the claim that they're going after her because of racism. We do. We know this. There are a lot of people out there that watch these streams or watch these videos who won't actually make that connection. A lot. But if he outright says it, it'll basically be like a trigger. It's as crazy as it sounds, I think that's the rationale. I think that's the reason behind it.
But it's not necessarily that I hate the reaction, and I think it's more so that it's so normalized to behave this way.
I do what I can, Splug.
It really grosses me out.
Yeah, we should all listen to Hasan, the moral compass of our generation. Like,
no, Hasan, the terrorist sympathizer and promoter. Let's get this fucking right. Hasan, the terrorist sympathizer and promoter. That is his new label. Yeah, Idubbbz is the anti-Semite. The anti-Semite wanted to criticize and make completely baseless claims and insult someone's character with zero evidence whatsoever by claiming that they were deleting infants. Idubbbz gets the anti-Semite label. Hasan will get the terrorist promoter and supporter label.
this level of complete idiocy. I don't know, like, how does this guy have a following? Is anybody else confused?
And I know people will try to fucking do the, wow, you're so ruthless for calling out the Islamophobia here and calling out the racism here. I wasn't being racist.
Dude,
and then
Hasan, you're a fucking cuck. No one is calling you ruthless. You're a fucking pussy-ass cuck who ran from the United States to Japan because the FBI is looking at you pretty fucking hard for being a terrorist sympathizer and promoter. Ruthless is the absolute last fucking thing that I would call you. That is the furthest descriptor in my mind from when I think of you.
fucking fight tooth and nail, but it's gross as fuck. Okay? That wasn't the part I was talking about, bro. Keep watching until you bring up the content nuke to see his reaction. I don't care about Ethan's reaction. I don't even want to see it anymore. I'm so pissed off.
I'm so
he's
pissed
scared.
off. My queen is crying. My queen Humpty Dumpty is crying here, bro.
No,
You
his
need to
pet
log
is
off,
crying.
dog. You need to touch grass. Like, I can't imagine having this sad of a life. Like, you're a multi-millionaire, and yet you have the saddest life ever. You stream all day to complete insane troglodytes in your chat. You're constantly stressed. You're losing your mind. Like, the second your viewership drops a little bit, you're just crashing out on every stream, crashing out on your Discord. And
well, he crashed the fuck out hard when Asmongold took the crown of top political streamer. He crashed out so fucking hard when that happened. It was hilarious. The moment and Asmon's not a political streamer. That's the funny part. He talks about current events, and a lot of that happens to be political. But because he has such a bigger following than Hasan does, Asmon got crowned the king of political streamers. And oh, he was so fucking butthurt, and it was beautiful to see. Absolutely fucking beautiful.
raged over random shit. I imagine, like, every time this guy even goes outside, he has to look over his shoulder, worried that somebody's just gonna beat him up or assassinate him or some dumb shit like that. He probably sleeps with like one eye open. That's just how many people just hate his guts, bro. And you know, sometimes I do feel bad for him. It's like, why don't you just like retire and just leave all of this like hateful shit behind, you know?
What are we doing? Like, what the fuck are we doing? How are we so goddamn cruel? You know what I mean? How is
What? Meat fucking kettle. Dumbass. You've literally called for the deaths of sitting congressmen. You've said that America deserved the attacks on 9/11. You are the voice of this cruelty, you asshat.
is that allowed? How do other people in the community don't fucking check these people? You know what I mean? Why is that? Why is that appropriate? Why is that in any way, shape, or form appropriate?
And by the way, he's talking about why aren't people checking these people? I'm going to point this out. Asmund made a statement in regards to the events on Gaza several months back. It was I think it was the October thing that you mentioned earlier. And he did not even call for anyone to be killed. No, this is the Asmund thing I'm talking about. Asmund, no, Colonel, absolutely not. I will not even tolerate suggesting that. Okay? I've said this before. We do not do that shit in my stream. Ever. I take that extremely seriously. You don't suggest it, you don't do it. Because we are better than those people. Now, what I was talking about with Asmund, he had made a comment about the people in Gaza. So the license, I cannot recall exactly what it was, but he's basically just talking about pretty much how the head people in that organization treat the other people like shit or something like that. And he basically said like those people that are less than human, like it was insulting but benign. Okay? Keep that in mind. It was insulting but benign, and he did not call for anybody to be killed. At all. Did not. He caught a fucking 2-week ban for that. He might have been grindhouse. It's been a while. I forget exactly the details of it. But the crux of it is, he did not call for anyone to be killed. He was not calling for harm upon anybody. He was insulting them, saying that they were not even human, that they were subhuman, but that was it. He caught a 2-week ban for that. Hasan said a sitting U.S. congressperson should be killed. He said that America deserved the attacks that it received on 9/11. He's advocated for people to be killed. The most he ever caught was a 24-hour ban, and that's only because Twitch had to. And he wants to fucking talk about checks and balances? Uh-huh. He doesn't have the right to talk about, oh, there should be checks and balances in place. Because if there were actual checks and balances in place, he wouldn't even be streaming on this platform anymore. Remember that.
Appropriate. Like, that's a fucking peer, okay? Yeah, I'm sorry she doesn't have fucking 30,000 live concurrent viewers. Maybe then you would suck up to her and respect her.
Bro, I assure you nobody gives a single shit about your viewership.
No.
You try to bring it up at any cause because you're riding the wave of like angry political people. But if you try to stream anything else, your viewership just completely drops and you crash out. And I think what he's referring to here is XUC. Basically, like anytime Frogan like shows up on screen, his entire chat just starts laughing at her because I mean she is geometrically shaped. Hasan acting like he's above regular insults is crazy. This guy routinely shames people on stream. Her having a hijab has nothing to do with it. I swear these guys are projecting their own feelings. Nobody's saying it but them. Exactly. Then we got this conversation with Frogan.
Oh God.
Just
wait, hang on. I want to see.
But them. Exactly. Then we got.
Okay, we support Plazines is about the evil things that. Oh, fuck you. I want peace and rep. Oh, of course you want reparations. Hasan, you're tripping, bro. You can't stop people. Okay. Close CPS on Ethan and Hila. They make their kids eat dog shit. Huh. Oh my God.
We got this conversation with Frogan. Just
What is that?
Hasan gaslighting as usual. People dislike Frogan because she's a terrible human being. Classic. Here we have another terminally online Twitter user. Glad Hasan is calling this disgusting
For
shit
fuck's
out.
sake.
Frogan doesn't even cover politics on her stream. She's one of the
What?
kindest, most caring people.
Oh, the simp is strong with this one. Oh, wow. The simping is strong here. Brett Hamilton? I don't know why you would want to do this with Frogan in the first place, but I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, gamer. Simping and white knighting for her is not going to result in her sliding into your DMs and begging you to fuck her. Okay? She doesn't even know you exist outside of what kind of dollar signs are in your wallet. She don't fucking care, gamer.
Is this satire? I've met in the Twitch place and gets the most hate online. It's gross and we should all do more to fight it, of course. 100%. I think one of the most effed up parts of being brown is that you have this cafe. There's no
my
way.
God.
There's no way these people are real, dude. This has got to be some like
It's entirely possible
programmed
they could be
NPC.
bots.
Is this dead internet theory? Are these bot comments? Okay, now
Great,
we gotta
stop
move
it.
on to XQC's response to this because this is just gold. Basically, you know, Hasan just called him racist.
Fortanis, everybody has their own tastes. Some people, some people like the chubby girls, I will say. That's fine.
For just criticizing Frogan. And let's check out XQC's response and then decide, was he actually being racist or was Hasan lying out of his teeth for about the millionth time?
A bunch of 9/11 jokes, apologists would smile and laugh. Actual casual racism all the time. Legit actual racism. Like it's nothing. Okay? The I wish veterans get PTSD shit. Dude, what else? The 9/11 cake, classic. She's unlikable. She's annoying.
Go fucking viral too. It's like, yeah, bro, she's hijabi. I know. And don't even fucking for a moment act like that does not contribute to this. They will say, oh, it's because we hate her opinions. Like, no, you reacted that way specifically for a very specific purpose, bro. I hate this. I hate this shit so much.
It is so cringe. What, like, listening to Hasan tiptoe around what he really wants to say. You can hear it in his words, how badly he wants to say it. It's so funny that he can't bring himself to say it because he knows it's not true and he knows he'll get eaten alive if he does.
Much. But it's not necessary.
Cause I'm just not like that. People know this. People watch my clips all the time. People watch my show all the time. They know
he's
it's
going
not
fat.
something that I
Oh, God.
do. But I even have to defend myself against
He's
it. If you like,
Oh,
if you
God,
like
he's
this
going
person,
Quebecer.
You're hating because she's wearing a hijabi, bro.
Chat, he's going full Quebec.
Bro. Please, brother. There is so much to hate on that person. It's hard to find the things to like.
I mean, XQC is completely right here. Basically, Hasan is trying to take all of the valid criticism and turn it.
Oh, David, it's me look good, no bad. When I say he's going full Quebec, he starts talking so fast. His Quebec accent comes out. You can't understand anything he's saying. You can tell he wants to desperately switch into French. His words start coming really fucking fast, and you know that he wants to just slip into French and to start rolling in French, and that's why he keeps talking faster and faster and faster and faster.
It into racism somehow. This is just a classic Hasan strat. Zero arguments, zero facts, zero logic. Just make people enraged. And obviously these super ultra far lefties will be like, well, racist, I gotta spurg out, you know? We all know the average negative IQ Hasan Frogan fan is gonna go into XQC's chat, go into one of my comment sections and spam racist, when in reality, it has nothing to do with that. We're criticizing their horrible takes. I mean, imagine you said this about any other situation. Imagine like Vitaly commits a bunch of crimes in the Philippines, gets put in jail, and then people are like, well, he's only in jail because they're racist towards Russians. He's actually white, so that's just some white racism right there. Like, let's just ignore all the brain dead shit that he did, right?
Every clip I've seen of her is like atrocious. But look, she's unapologetically offensive, asking the world not to be offensive. When you pick and choose what groups, what style that people can be offensive to, you already lost in my mind. Well, white people aren't just, but these guys, but Jewish people, but what? Like, I'm not, you're just annoying. Like, you're unlikable, lady. Like, so when I see a clip, my body, I go into defensive mode. My brain tries to protect itself from its image that's being broadcasted to it. It's a defensive mechanism. I don't like her. She says something, my brain has to push decibels away so I don't intake some of the shit she says. It's off the rails. It's not that hard.
It is.
When XQC is making sense, you know the world has gone absolutely crazy. Anyways, the sex part, XQC points out how Hasan is literally just openly straight up racist, and then he's calling other people racist.
Calling out the racism here. I wasn't being racist, and then fucking fight tooth and...
So this is actually rich coming from this guy and everybody around that's been kind of doing the whole like dog whistle of like Jewish equals bad. But guys, hold on. What I mean by that is the people that are Zionists, but you know what I'm talking about though. You know what I'm talking about though. Guys, oh, the Jews this, the Jews that. Oh shit. No, I meant the Jews that are Zionists that do war and do all that. You know what I'm talking about that. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. Okay. Don't give me this shit where you don't think that there's underlying hate.
He is.
For Jews in general. And it's...
Well, because he, like, probably I think a lot of people, including myself, are sick of this shit. Like, there is such a tremendous amount of gaslighting and false equivalency regarding this entire thing that people like XQC and myself are fucking sick of it. It's, you know, it is basically gotten to the point where you cannot have a discussion over this topic and not have it instantaneously devolve into spewing racist shit. That's the level that we've gotten to, and people are tired of it. People are sick of it. And here's the craziest part about it. Everybody that is going apeshit on this particular subject, specifically like Hasan and Frogan, guarantee don't actually know the whole story about it. They don't know all the facts and all the context of the entire situation. No one in the US, outside of maybe government officials and intelligence agencies that are actually keeping up on this, or perhaps maybe some, you know, like history, like like history professionals that actually know about the full history and context of it. Everybody that is espousing about what is happening over there doesn't fucking know everything doesn't even know about what's going on. They pretend like they know what's going on, but they don't actually know what the fuck is going on. But because they're safe and happy behind their screens, nowhere fucking near that country, they feel the freedom that they can just spout off any fucking thing they want. Which is one reason why I did not actually try to discuss anything in detail about anything regarding that. I don't try because I don't fucking know. And I'm not going to pretend like I fucking know. That's why I don't talk about it. But people like Hasan pretend, and Frogan pretend like they know what the fuck is going on over there when they probably have a fraction of the information. Just a fraction of the information. And they act like they're fucking experts. And people are sick of it.
Especially in some of these guys' chat. They know what's going on.
The thing is, it's not just Jews. It's just literally anybody. If you've seen Hasan ever talk about black people or Asian people in general, it's like, unless you're on his side, you are completely subhuman to him. It is completely ridiculous. Everything he says is just projection. It's like, let me call the other side racist so that they don't point out how I am just explicitly racist all of the time. Then he talks about Hasan bringing up views again.
Exactly.
And by the way, this is just like a spit in the face to Frogan. It's like, you're trying to defend her, but you're also humble bragging that, oh, I got more views than you. It's like, I don't know if she's even your friend, bro.
How are we so goddamn cruel? You know what I mean?
Bro,
How?
Bro, says him, yo, what? Bro, he has been incredibly cruel though, what?
Again,
He has
pot
been
meat
cruel
kettle.
though.
Yeah, I'm sorry. She doesn't have 30,000 live concurrent viewers. Maybe then you would suck up to her and respect her.
He brings up views again. It's like the only talking point. It's like the only arguments. Anytime that it's back into the wall, it has to be about some view count, like schizo thing. Like every
Sad thing.
Okay, and what XQC is not saying here, although he may say it shortly, the amount of views that you have doesn't change what you're saying. Well, Hasan, and I don't know if XQC is going to bring this up here, the amount of views that you have in a stream doesn't change the validity or lack thereof, or the cruelty or lack thereof, of what you say. The views only indicates how many people are hearing what you have to say. It doesn't change the words that are coming out of your mouth, the emotion behind them, and the context in which they are used. The views don't fucking matter. Okay? If I had 50,000 views, okay? Dream number here. I had 50,000 people watching my stream. And I started going off and saying, ethnicity X are liars and thieves and disgusting people, and they deserve all of the bad things that they have happened to them. Okay? It wouldn't matter if I have 5 views or 50,000 views. The words are the same. The context is the same. The amount of viewership I have doesn't change that. So regardless of the number of views that she has, the vile shit spewing out of her, like the absolutely disgusting crap that is diarrhea dumping out of her mouth, is the same. It doesn't make a difference.
Thinks
Like
your brain
every
is functional enough
goddamn
to dislike
time, dude,
anyone
like-
based on race or religion. He's lost the plot. Let's pray for him, chat.
Yeah, so this is the thing that Hasan constantly does. The sad thing is, his entire worldview completely revolves around views, right? So when his views even drop a little bit, which is just natural as a streamer, he completely melts down in his Discord and he starts crying to his viewers, which is why partly that he tries to radicalize his audience so much that he maintains that like cult-like following, right? And if you notice, these big streamers are so jealous and hateful of XQC all the time that XQC is doing infinitely better than him without even trying. Like, XQC got that $100 million contract, and when Hasan saw that, he was so salty, so jealous. Meanwhile, Hasan is forced into his narrow corner of radical politics, and he's forced to just give the most insane takes over and over and over, or his own audience will eat him alive. At this point, he's a hostage to his own audience, because imagine one day Hasan grows common sense, right? And he becomes a normal person. He's completely screwed. Imagine he goes up on stream and he's like, hey guys, actually, I think I was wrong about some of this stuff. Like, his fan base is so crazy. They will do everything they can to make his life miserable if he ever tries to change his stance on anything. So it's he's just trapped. It's completely over for him. I feel like his only option is to leave the internet forever. Now, Frogan also went on some unhinged Twitter rant in reaction to the content cop. Ethan Klein wants to defend Muslims because he's being held accountable in the content cop for continuously being a vile person, Idubbbz has apologized, shows genuine change over the last decade, and is literally married to a Muslim woman, by the way. Yeah, he has a black friend, guys. He can't be racist. Not to mention, here she got community noted, Anissa Joma is no longer a Muslim, as confirmed in a now privated video.
Not only no longer a Muslim, changes up what degree her ethnicity is. Like, oh, I'm actually like 25% Italian and I'm X% of this. She's constantly changing up the degrees of her ethnicity, and she fucking does OF. On top of all this, she's an OF girl. So yeah, Frogan, she done fucked up.
Obviously, I mean, she's an OnlyFans creator. That's not
There
very
you go.
fitting the profile. I don't know. If one of your self-proclaimed close friends made a YouTube video about how shitty you're being, sit back and reflect on that. Ian was so charitable to Ethan and approached it in ways most don't. Yeah, he was so charitable.
Oh,
he made
yeah,
a
real
1 hour
fucking
long
charitable.
video with literally people are trying to take his kids away. So charitable, man. The Muslim woman in question, and it's literally her naked. She literally made a video called "Why I Left Islam."
Telling my dad that I'm not Muslim was probably the hardest thing that I've ever done in my whole entire life.
Wow, I'm married to... Wow, he can't be racist, guys. He's black. Don't you understand? Like, how are you so bad? She doesn't even do the smidgen of research. My God. This is diabolical. We got pot of greed.
God.
Anyways, hopefully you're
Let
finished
that
with your
sink in,
breakfast
chat.
right now,
Let that
or
haunt your
Frogan is going to
nightmares.
come and eat it.
She should
Who
donate
else?
some of that money she spends on food.
Mods.
I found
Mods.
the prime button pog.
Mods. Mods.
Denims, Graham
Hey,
Lowe.
Mr.
Give this guy
Carroll,
VIP.
long
Click this video for more content. Go touch grass. Stay awesome. Take care. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Oh, did you hear that? What he said at the end? He's acting like he's like pretending like he's gonna ban mods. Give that man VIP. That's fucking great. Oh. Yeah, VIP baiting. Oh. That was fun. We raged. We did rage. But admit it, chat, it was cut. Sometimes it can be fun and cleansing to kind of just rage out a little bit. It can be fun.